Hey guys, Nigmar here. Gonna do a deep dive into the RCP just cause there's a lot to cover, so might as well. Anyways, considering I'm making a huge video on them, not on them. Uh, I'm making that big video about the fall of Ruqqus. That's right. But anyways, this is just gonna be an unscripted video of me going through the evidence of the RCP, just cause I have some basic ideas of where I'm going, but I'm basically just going to talk about the RCP because I really have nothing better to do. And to be honest, it's not like it's a very linear path anyways, and I really couldn't realistically get this in a scripted video. I could, but it would be like super hard and there'd be so much to talk about. I pretty much have most of it already outlined in my posts though, so hopefully through my schizophrenic posting and documentation, it'll come off as somewhat coherent. So anyways, I guess we'll start with the discords that I created. So first of all, RCP Leaks Discord. I guess we should start with the anti-RCP. Yeah, that makes more sense. So the anti-RCP, or the Anti-Ruqqus Corrective project, it's a project that we made to fight against the Ruqqus Corrective project, but that didn't work, and since we've since closed our doors. Read this post that I made on the 4th of January. The Anti-Ruqqus Corrective project is officially archived and its doors closed. Thank you for joining me in our fight against the RCP. Your efforts will not be forgotten by me, but it's apparent to history that we will be forgotten. We've ultimately lost the battle against the RCP. We wouldn't get the admins on our side, nor get the user base against the RCP in a significant manner. What we've seen is a mass exodus to Polko, Sedit, and other actual free speech sites. It's a shame to say the least that it had to end this way on Ruqqus, but it seems like the platform will no longer be viable in due time. I suspect the platform will die before 2021, since they won't be any significant amount of users to support the platform. Ruqqus traffic has been on the downward trend for a while. It's most likely only going to go further down until it putters out into measly traffic. And this was at the time. It's weird. I sent this message on the 4th, but that screenshot is from the 31st. I might have gotten that from someone else. Maybe didn't use the Alexa traffic rank at the time. I don't know. Anyways, if there's anything you can take away from the server, it's this. Ruqqus died of its own failure of the admins to uphold a free speech platform. It's true the RCP pushed the admins towards censorship, but I argue they were only accelerationists in the matter. Much like how we're decelerationist, digging in our heels at the censorship. But in the end, it doesn't matter. The RCP won, and they have their censorship now. But it's only because of the admins this happened. The admins were always going to implement more censorship, perhaps just not as fast without the RCP. So, for what it's worth, it's not our fault. We tried the best we could to prevent the inevitability of Ruqqus' death, and the RCP accelerating it. However, it couldn't be helped. The admins were too stubborn to correct course back to a free speech platform. I'll see you all in Polko, hopefully, my poll account. In the meantime, I'm working on Dewdrop with some pals. We'll see how that goes. The entire RCP is now an archive server for all the original members. Messages can no longer be sent, but channels can still be viewed. If you'd like to message me, my direct messages are open. Thanks for coming on the ride. We've reached our final destination. Goodbye, at everyone. So yeah, that was tense. But yeah. Considering some of the stuff in the server, and I'm not trying to like dox anyone in my server, I guess. I'm gonna refrain from like showing a bunch of channels, but essentially what I'm gonna show is the RCP timeline. So to give you the full picture of the RCP timeline, we have to go back to RCP Leaks. So for context, RCP Leaks was the original server that we created to leak stuff from the RCP back when I was in the RCP server. The first server they made, anyways, because they later went on to make a second server. And then another person, Thrill Seeker on Ruqqus, came along and they were also a leaker of the RCP. And now they currently aren't anymore. But we got a lot of leaks and stuff. So RCP Leaks was the original, and then we made a second server, which is the anti-RCP, which is like actively going against the RCP. Because RCP Leaks was a public archive at the time, and anti-RCP was specifically for the in-group of us who didn't like the RCP. because everything in the RCP leaks was public, and we didn't want RCP members seeing all our stuff. So yeah, at the time, and now both are officially closed. So let's read this post that I made on the 9th, that I made 5 days after the archives. Oops. Didn't really make that at the same time, but whatever. The RCP Leaks Discord is officially closed. With my ban, the situation with the RCP, it's best to archive the server and put it under wraps. I've kicked out all the unconfirmed members, since there is no point in this being a public server anymore. All confirmed members are welcome to stay or leave, though. I'd recommend taking anything as far as evidence with you before you go. Most of you here already saw my message in the anti-RCP, but I'll attach it if you haven't already. Also, I'm going to attach a zip folder of all the evidence I've gathered on the RCP if you want, for all your uses if you want. That's a mega folder, but I can just show you what I have on my drive. And this is the message from the anti-RCP server. I don't exactly have the file ready on Mega. I probably should have done that before I recorded, but oops. I can just record another session and just attach it. It's no big deal. Anyways, so sadly, I guess we'll have to look at this in dark light mode and burn my eyes and your eyes, because I'm banned and I'm not about to make another account just for dark mode. But whatever, sucks to suck. So anyways, so this is a post I made a while ago, a month ago, about everything I basically knew about the RCP at the time. So they have their own guild even, but nothing shows up in the moderation log. I'm guessing they just didn't pin anything, because you'd think at least they'd pin something, but no. It's probably because they don't want any posts to show up, so they're probably aware of the mod log, or they just don't post anything, is my guess. Either way, the mod log would be the easiest way to see if anything's actually interesting is happening on the RCP, or perhaps because it's private, that only private posts show up. I don't know how mod logs work in that respect, but I'm pretty sure we can go to my guild, and it'll still show up mod logs, even though the posts were private at the time. Yeah. Weird. Actually, no, wait, that's not true. I don't think it's true anyways. Hold on, let me check. But this is private. Private post visible because this is your content. Wait, IP tracks me? I didn't know that. But anyways, isn't that weird? I definitely pinned posts at the time. I don't know. The whole thing's weird, but it seems like the RCP just hasn't had a lot of posts in the guild RCP. But I don't know. Whatever. Next up. I guess we can go the full story, but I'm not really interested in reading that. I mean, from my perspective, the story, according to Emerald's account, is very biased. Let's be real. And it's basically just like blowing up their ego about how they're so great or something, on how they're a bunch of egotistical faggots who like literally trolled the entire platform. Honestly, I don't respect them at all for this. And, like, they really are just a harassing group, but whatever. It doesn't matter that much. Now, I guess. Whatever. It's all public if you want to see it. I'm not going to read this, though. Let's just get to the interesting stuff. So, this is the post that started everything. The wrong thread. I thought this was. Crap, where'd I put it? Ah, here it is. Good thing this is unscripted. So yeah, this is the post that started everything with the Cyan 321 controversy that arguably ruined the platform, and then Cyan 321 was banned. And Cyan 321 is Emerald 41 if you don't know. But yeah, looking back on this, this was basically a very elaborate lie. I have to say, it's quite a respectable lie at that, of how well crafted this is. But it was bait from the beginning, let's be real. TLDR, I have information about inside of Cabal. They sent me attachment screenshots. They sent me the attached screenshots. Many of these users confirmed their ties to the CCP and AHS against hate subreddits. Okay, so like the first thing that should really raise a red flag, or that should have raised a red flag to all of us, is I have an informant, which is basically a way of detaching yourself from the actual RCP to like limit liability on yourself. Again, there's also the interesting note that this post had like negative 12 downvotes, or negative, just 12 downvotes, I guess. There's no point in saying negative in front of it, but 12 downvotes compared to the second post of it, which only had 2 downvotes. I don't know. It's just awfully suspicious to me that that would be the case. I don't know if it's just more evidence came out and like the RCP suddenly decided to not downvote it. Like, the assumption being that the RCP downvoted the posts, but then they didn't downvote the second post. I don't know if that's the case, and I would imagine it is the case. But it's awfully weird. Is in my opinion, the RCP probably was informed by Emerald that this was going on, but I think the first post wasn't planned, or at least planned in the regard to telling the RCP, Emerald telling the RCP about it. But what do I know? We can't truly know for sure. An informant of mine who prefers to remain anonymous was recently invited to join a newly formed cabal in Ruqqus. There they took screenshots of many prominent Ruqqus users, on a secret Discord server conspiring to control Ruqqus for nefarious purposes. As shown in the screenshots, many of these users confirm that they are allied with the CCP and AHS, an organization from Reddit that seeks to destroy free speech and any opportunity. Some of these users are actively being paid to manipulate Ruqqus in favor of third parties. We need to do something about this immediately. So, according to Emerald's grand story or whatever, this was all to bait milk it, from what I remember. Yeah. From what I remember, but I guess they did that. This could very well be garbage. I don't know who Sign 321 is. I guess we'll see if it comes up with more lame says. Otherwise, it could be someone just having a laugh. Time will tell. The downvotes are ferocious attacks. Make me think there's something to it. I actually hope not. The site's pretty cool. We don't need a Red Junior. This right here, that gave me like the impression that there was really something there, when there was like a huge difference of like at least 10 upvotes in like the second post compared to the first post. That something was just off. Like, if the RCP was in on it the whole time, we wouldn't expect that difference. We'd expect them to upvote it. But awfully weird. Maybe this was elaborately planned with downvotes, but still. It's bizarre, to say the least. But whatever. It's a minuscule detail, and probably overanalyzing it, but I just think it's weird. Okay. Next part. Part 2. Fun. More evidence of AHS involvement on Ruqqus, Part 2. This post is a continuation of my previous one. I would recommend you skim through this for context. Given the last leak, many users decided to create a new server for security reasons. However, my informant was recently invited to this new Discord and took the screenshots and the linked image. Much of what is being discussed is vague and cryptic, but multiple users mentioned their ties with the AHS, and certainly one of the users involved is a Ruqqus dev, Sec37. I think it's Seek. I don't really care. Yet we haven't seen any admins take action against these AHS members or this dev. From the previous post, you might recognize some familiar names. Emerald41, she mentions herself on her alt account. So, if you just want to previous confirm that yes, she was in on this the whole time. And, nice way to kind of give herself some credibility, I guess, or draw attention away from herself. But, continuing. Emerald41, not a bot, a no-chill. However, some new users have joined, many of which are unidentified. A note from my informant. The new server only has a dozen or so members, so I'm going to have to lie low for the next week to avoid being found out. Interesting enough, though, user Carpathian Florist is here. Oh, sorry. He has some sort of council named the Operatives. The Operatives, as far as that, when I was in the RCP Discord, that was a thing. That was definitely true. As far as rules and whatever. I never got to fully see the RCP Discord, but yes, that is true. That did happen. So, yeah. See a lot of familiar names, like Regmund and No Chill in the screenshot. But this evidence is really lackluster and really just bait at the end of the day, from what I can tell. Unless Emerald just has that bad at photoshopping skills. This was really just bait from the beginning. And I think Fever Dream commented on this thread and she told me about it. That she called this out as bait from the beginning. Cyan 321 is just part of the subversion. This is not a whistleblower with an informant. And while that may not seem like anything really now, that was a pretty good prediction for the time. Especially when there wasn't a lot of information and it wasn't found out that Cyan 321 is for the whole grand story thing. So, yeah, the grand story came out at the 17th of December. And, like, Fever Dream predicted this at, like, the 3rd. It, it blows me away how accurate she was, but, 14 days, man. What a big difference. Literally 2 weeks. Blows me away. I kind of took the bait, let's be real, as well. As pretty much everyone else. So anyways, what should we look at next? This, I guess? Just noticed the Ruqqus Corrective project is officially on Ruqqus now. I've already shown you the RCP guild. There's nothing that is really known, that we really know is anything going on. Yeah, just one post, and it was accidentally private. Accidentally unprivated. Yeah. I don't really have anything to say about this post. It's just a meme post, let's be real. And even if they are doing anything in the RCP guild, it's not like we really know. But anyways, continuing on. Blackout post to all in case general post gets yanked while I sleep. Private guild GM by Emerald41. Concerning their confident... concerning. That should be considering. But whatever. Considering that they're confident enough... Sorry. Considering that they're confident enough to bring it directly to Ruqqus. Probably hoping no one will notice. The Cabal moved here. In any case, they are conspiring and plus in RCP. Guild RCP. I guess I should say plus RCP, whatever. It's most likely relatively harmless given that they're under direct admin view. But I wouldn't say the admins aren't completely compromised either. We already know they've created ACHECT. For now, I'm just going to keep this on my personal watch list. Thoughts? It's starting to see that they're private, which we all know is because they're shit scared. Me personally shitting all over them, constantly hurting their womanly feelings. I miss Glenn Vastergan. Such a good memer. It's another post about the apolitical guilds. Or another post about the apolitical guilds. This is a post about the apolitical guilds union. Well, apolitical guild in general. But this is a post that actually inspired me to talk about the apolitical guilds union possibly being related to the RCP. As of now, I don't really think the RCP has strong ties to the apolitical guilds union. The apolitical guilds union is probably harmless. But I wouldn't put it past the apolitical guilds union. I think the RCP is the real main conspiracy, though. The apolitical guilds union being malicious doesn't seem likely, at least in my perspective now. FYI, a bunch of guilds on the apolitical guilds list will ban you for having non-leftoid political views. Why the leftoids pretending to be apolitical while speaking out leftoid views banning rightists? Because the term apolitical means faggot means that makes them feel like idiots. Okay, as far as the actual like banning of like different opinions, I only really saw that in dank memes, but that was about it. And they were mostly by the people that like you would already expect it from, like typical RCP members. I figured this was happening, and I was opposed to the idea of the necessity of apolitical guilds union. The shills seem to be staging their political propaganda and censorship in non-political guilds, wolves in sheep's clothing. My personal experience with dank memes is that it definitely encompasses political memes despite being apolitical. This might be the biggest subversion of the original premise of the guild, apolitical guilds union, while also garnering a huge amount of upvotes. It's also worth noting, at GTX155, OP of the apolitical guild union post is in the RCP Discord, screenshot of member list. And there he is. I'm going to copy this post in my Guild 50 Cent Army Club as well. Anyways, I'm not gonna bother with that apolitical guilds union post. Because, personally, while there's a bunch of RCP members distributed throughout the apolitical guilds, I just don't personally think that they're really taking over Ruqqus in that regard. I think their real strategy is sieging, dividing and conquering like that, but not through like creation of guilds. Because what I talked about there is that a lot of people just have certain interests and it kind of just lines up. But as far as like maybe nepotism, as far as GM infighting is really the most arguable thing of like guild takeover in my opinion. But I just really don't think the Apolitical Guilds Union is a threat now that I look back on it. So this is Foxxx, the second leaker, because I was the first. Now that I think about it, I guess I should show you my stuff. But I don't really want to show it if I'm gonna have to pull up a file. And yeah. Well, anyways, let's look at this extract thread first. Thread here, this also links to the previous thread. High rep alleged shells. Blah blah blah. Another user in that group is Ruqqus dev is blah. I'm writing that this is not a confirmation, just to call those warm attention. I very much hope. Blank blank. I can't be bothered to read it honestly. Also watch uploading patterns in those groups from interconnected rep farms. It does seem very likely that they have infiltrated and partially taken over Dexrama, which is why we're seeing a doom posting this post-election just for the lulz, as well as few of them, namely Carpathian Flores from them shell Dis 77. Above I mentioned Seek 7 participating. I've been posting like epic troll threads like this or this, baiting a ban, trying to circle jerk about it, not to mention ad hominem attempts like this one. All in all, I do tend to believe more and more about this is legit and happening. Okay. So, let me just get OBS for a second. Just turn off the visibility. Okay, so now I can get this out without being worried what you guys will see. It's something bad, I swear. Okay. Almost ready. Or not. Okay, it should be right now. Okay, time to turn on display. Okay, so anyways, I have a bunch of screenshots we can go through. So yeah, this is the evidence I've collected personally on the RCP that I'm going to show you guys. This is from a while ago, post from a while ago. Pay no attention to this screenshot. This was my Discord email with the Ruqqus. This is my email with the bot, the Discord bot, about the harassment going on in the RCP that got leaked somehow by someone, and they basically deleted that Discord. And then Carp said later, or something, that this was a legal threat or harassment or something. And I'm like, what? Like, I never legally threatened you ever directly. So, you know, just carping a lying faggot. But whatever, who cares? It's carp. Anyways. So, this is from the original RCP Discord that I was in. The full channels that Carp so graciously showed me. Anyways, so I could see RCP waitlist, RCP discussion, emote suggestions, Zigbars, fucktoys, and that was about it. Along with like welcome maybe. Anyways, so the real stuff that really matters is like Milka Tracker, Operation Central, Meta, maybe not Meta. Like Milka Tracker and Operation Central are really like the places. The channels I would say are like probably mostly likely targeted on harassment, but I would never see them. But like, if that wasn't like enough just to like even prompt investigation, I don't know what is. Cause like I'm gonna be real with you, I genuinely think there was harassment in that Discord, and then they deleted it, so I guess we'll never know. But whatever. So, member screenshot. Another member screenshot. And last member. Oh wait, Yak Hex in here. Isn't that funny? And third member screenshot. Look, there I am. Can't believe they nicknamed me that. It's pretty fucked. I'm not gonna watch that video. It's I'm not putting a video in a video. Anyways, This is back when Realm of the Stars was impersonated on the RCP Discord, I guess, in the member screenshots. Um, Not that it's really relevant now, but Realm of Stars was definitely impersonated, from what I can tell. Either way, I wouldn't expect anyone in the RCP Discord to actually get banned, realistically. I mean, except Carp, when Carp was banned that for 1 day. But that's not really a ban. Like, not a permanent ban. Anyways, they banned Realm of Stars for permanently for like one rape threat or something. Honestly, it was ridiculous. Like, it wasn't even a real rape threat. Like, quite frankly, it was like get raped, which is like the equivalent of like KYS. Like, I don't even like. It was to no chill, and like no chill could have just blocked, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Point being, Realm of Stars is basically impersonated. Also, roles: operative, RCP agent, RCP initiate. I think before, because there was different roles before, they just renamed them. It was initiate, agent, and operative, but I'm not sure. It's been a while. That's a screenshot from the original leaks. And it's funny because the RCP made a channel about me before I was even in the server. Casual. It's kind of disturbing. Oh, and there's the RCP logo in the top left. Yep. Red square, white text, RCP. You know, Crystal Volpine had a guild called the Cabal, and I never really saw it. Because I didn't really follow Crystal Volpine, but apparently she talked about a lot of the RCP stuff there, but I never really got into it. Kind of doing my own thing on Showwall. Oh, also, another screenshot of Zigbar's fuck toys. Cringe. This is a screenshot, particularly of the utility bot. In my opinion, utility isn't that malicious, or it doesn't seem to be malicious, but it's definitely taking information that wouldn't be necessarily public. And as far as I'm concerned, that's kind of just not okay, especially if the bot's just not even publicly available. But whatever. Like, the justification is basically you could get all this information anyway, so technically it's publicly available, even though you can't, like, really, most people won't be able to do this themselves, in my opinion. But you know how Captain Metaphor and just Captain Metaphor and like other people are like, just read the code, idiot. It's like everyone knows how to read code, right? It's so funny. It's just read the entire like 700-page code, guys. It's not that hard. Just like, oh my god, shut the hell up. Like, for real. But yeah, what I particularly don't like about the utility bot is that it says is banned. That's concerning. Like, actually concerning. And the fact that it can tell comment rep and post rep apart, I don't know if that really matters. But, like, and even post count, that's kind of concerning. Even on a private account, which is, like, disturbing. Which means that you can, like, count my comics better than I can. Like, this is just scraping at this point. Like, that's genuinely concerning. And, like, and on Ruqqus, you shouldn't be making, like, this information public, you know? It almost feels malicious. But, what can you do? This is back when they were making the guild RCCP, which is just Ruqqus Communist Chinese Party acronym, but like with Ruqqus in it. So it was a meme guild that I got banned on because it was funny. RCCP again, and this is when Keck joined. It's just, I don't get Keck and why he joined in the first place. Like, the absolute, like, what? Like, for me, it's just like, why are you joining a guild, like, where you're literally trolling users? The whole RCP bullshit's ridiculous to me. Just a miscellaneous screenshot. Oh yeah, while we're here, we might as well talk about, these are all the, channels I could see at the time, when I was in the RCP Discord. Oh yeah, and by the way, they admitted right here that they brigade posts, so that's cool. But like the admins don't give a shit. Cap said like they don't enforce brigading because it was enforced with a double standard on Reddit, and that's like somehow a reason not to enforce it, even though it can be used as harassment. But whatever, cap hypocrisy. I'm sure we haven't seen that combination before. Hmm. Man, I'm just gonna browse through these. I'm kind of tired. I don't want to give commentary. This is back when I said that they are technically under the TOS of the Discord, and they got mad, and I guess Carp took that as a legal threat. That Carp is just such a fucking circus. It's hilarious. Oh, I guess that's it. Already done. That was fast. So now we go into RCP V2, and this is from what Foxxx slash Thrillseeker sent me. Particularly the full channels. And looking at this stuff, it was like super concerning. Um, for one, they have like a guild dedicated to finding me, not to mention Milk It. I mean, like, well, the Milk It one was already a thing, and the fact that they have one for finding Zigbar is just disturbing. Honestly, I don't like what the RCP does. They really are just harassing. But like, will the admins do anything? No. In fact, they continue to do nothing. But who cares, right? Ruqqus is already dead as far as I'm concerned. And then who was Foxxx at the time? For Foxxx being the person who was leaking this actively at the time. Okay, that basically sums it up. All the other channels weren't really that interesting from what I remember Foxxx telling me. So, I'm going to switch gears back over to Ruqqus on the white screen of death. That's going to burn my eyes out. An inside look at the Ruqqus RCP Discord server. Hear me out, no doubt you'll be quick to believe me after recent events, so please read this whole post for judging my legitimacy for yourself. Apologies in advance, problems are in bed. Yes, I'm well aware there's a recent hoax involving the Sign 321 hoax used a fake Discord server. This to make it look like a Chinese agent or some bullshit, far-fetched idea. However, the server is indeed real. It's a channel that was once used for perpetrating religion. That the whole thing is over, what do you think the server is used for? Operative upvote this. As of now, they are using the server to vote brigades, swaying the direction of posts they like, dislike. Posts they want to reach the front page, rather keep hidden. Furthermore, they have specifically stated multiple times they are certain users they want exiled from guilds. Making lists of bans through users of such activities, all in all, generally acting in the way sway Ruqqus in their favor. A certain admin is on there, as we'll see. Everything such as far implementates are not whining. Admin should just listening. You want to use the time. Keep an alt that doesn't post, thus can't be banned or blocked, signed in different files or copy paste URL. I just don't agree with this once. Via block comments and downvote the guy's big brain. Oh, yeah, I guess that's kind of an admission of Carp being a faggot and block evading again. You know, the thing you got called out for, and I called him out for, and I got banned for it. Oh, friendly reminder, guys. Friendly reminder, guys. Criticism is not free speech. Big funny. Make bait post, pin the guild, voters come out of the woodworks, max exile, profit. It's coming from a site administrator. I think that's all I need to say right there. The goal, make milk at leave. Operation spilled milk. Because that's not harassment, am I right? Isn't that funny? Isn't harassment a joke? That's so funny, I laughed. So funny. At everyone, yeah, I'm picking everyone, I don't care. Downvote the Zigbar thread. 9 people, based on that reaction alone, clicked on that link just to downvote me. Classic. Oh, and by the way, that was in the shadow banning of guilds thread, which had like 43, negative 33 last time I checked. But you know, whatever. RCP does what it wants. Play by the rules, TOS doesn't change, brigading is still allowed, do as much as possible RN. So when the TOS does change, they'll strike back into the same OS and then report to admins. And honestly, as you can tell, it's like, it doesn't even matter. With the RCP, all they do is pretty much lawyer their way, and they'll just change the rules to the admins the next day. It's It's a shit show as far as I'm concerned. I joined the RCP back when it was a joke server pretending to be a call, now it's swaying it in the other direction when I signed up for Ruqqus. I was promised this kind of shit wouldn't swing here. Turns out I was wrong to believe that. Make of this what you will. If you don't believe me, please at least take this with a grain of salt. I can't say I'm on anybody's side here as far as I'm concerned. All I want to do is prevent bullshit like this from turning Ruqqus into what they promised to never become. It's so sad to see Ruqqus. Really, the shit show that it is right now. But that's what the admins chose. RCP update concerning the mass siege. This is Foxxx, continuing on from my previous post. Now I'll give details on the RCP as promised, including the immediate aftermath of my post brigading and, of course, the recent mass siege. As you may be aware, there was recently an attempt to use the RCP to take and convert guilds for their own purposes after a certain user was banned. This is not entirely against the TOS, however, some of their practices during the event may have been of note. Yeah, for the certain user, by the way, that was the Joseph Goebbels. He got banned wrongfully, and then I brought it up in hijack guilds, and I got his account back. Good on me. Too bad I got banned after that, like even before he got unbanned. Wasn't that funny? The immediate aftermath. We're looking for a white male 2035 European, educated up until college in the 12 world, writes in complete sentences, uses traditional words, correct grammar, may be cautious, and intentionally changes idealect to evade detection. He's someone who stay out of spotlight and draw attention. As you can see, many users, including admin, not take my response very seriously and begin to joke about it. They believe I'm harmless. In fact, they believe I'm only helping to further their agenda by creating paranoia for them. Let's analyze the pros and cons to this league. Pros. Psychos are not worried about the cabal. Exposure doesn't stop brigades they accuse of happening in the first place. It's dramatic and funny. Cons. I had to type this list. I see no downside. Gotta love Cart. Shortly after they joked around for a while, the server was deleted. This was primarily due to a separate factor and unrelated to my post. However, they soon set up a new server, RCP V2, which is now their base of operations, was used to orchestrate this mass siege. All the following screenshots are from the server. Friendly note, I don't actually know why that server was deleted. Even with my private conversations with Foxxx, I don't even know. So I'm guessing he's either talking about the original server I was in, or something else. But I think that means there's technically 3 servers, but I'm not completely sure. We gotta download this. Period of relative inactivity. They briefly abstained from using it for everyone. For brigading after I posted this may or may not be deleted related to my presence. I would assume the latter, but I'm unsure. I took the version of cleanse alt. I have the version of his main. We can coordinate something maybe? Impersonations are the same method they use for guilds, changing the L to a capital I. This is followed up with suggestion of conspiracy. Suggest ideas that make life harder for faggots. The purpose of this channel is to list guilds which aren't in the correct category of TOS changes. I will post them and annoy all the GMs, don't suggest what category will belong to on the year and day, and we need the GMs to the critical think what category it belongs to. Suggest guilds, and I'll update this list. Oh yeah, god, this is even before the category update, which really just shows how deep the RCP is in the admin's pockets, but this actually did happen though. A lot of these guilds were actually changed from categories, and they were even locked by the admins. But it really just goes to show how the categories were just censorship from the beginning. I mean, especially considering the RCP literally pushed this out. But still, I maintain the opinion that even if the RCP wasn't if present, that the admins would still fuck up their own site somehow. They still push more censorship. Even if the RCP deeply lines their pockets, I still think the admins would have fucked up their site anyways. But yeah, definitely malicious. General malicious intent, saying that they would like to make life harder for faggots. The idea of using the TOS against their opponents or having the admins change it to their liking is implied. Add everyone, updates for base meme, please. Add everyone, take advantage, siege as much as you can. What guilds did he have? Let's fucking go. Yo, let's get the fuck out. Joseph Goebbels was banned. Yep, it's that one again. Returning the use of everyone, including the start of mass siege operation, I'll now detail provide screenshots for the mass siege operation. And those are all the guilds they sieged. And it's funny, because they wasted all their sieges, pretty much. Well, it's funny because I pretty much like reversed all this. It was hilarious. The current server owner, Emerald 41, listing off the guilds to take over banned Joseph Cleveland they used out of room, notify the server, imminent mass siege. Someone please take my call if I can. A lot. Once again, the mass notification of coordinated event requesting users to take over 2 guilds, particularly which should not be claimed. Remember to use the quick XL feature on everyone before kicking threads. Give them all nice inbox message. Yet again, mass notification informing all participants strategy XL undesirable users quicker. Invites have been sent, so exile everyone is posted. Eugene made the headline right. This is a day in RCP history. Goebbels was temp banned, so the RCP sieged many of his former guilds to cause as much of a ruckus as possible. Oh god, that's really cathartic reading that, at the very least for me. It's because I got Joseph Goebbels pretty much almost single-handedly unbanned. Almost single-handedly. Because I did have the help of a lot of other people who were interested in the thread, but it was my post in Hijack Guilds that really brought this back. Because Emerald and the gang just got BTFO by me and negotiating with the admins about Goebbels' ban. But like Emerald got BTFO in particular. She got like banned for like what, 3 days. It was completely ridiculous. It should have been 7 days, but yeah, BTFO, holy shit. Because like from what I remember, Sapphire 41, her alt, sieged a guild and she unlawfully sieged at that point. So get fucked. I'm sure that was a really sour pill to swallow for them. Okay, I'm back down to 9 guilds. What else can be sieged? Oh, get them over. Who's JG and alt of? Who else siege guilds? My friend to make an occasion, blah blah. Alright everyone, just realized I'm all back. What guild siege now? I have multiple PCs logging in because what stops me from doing is I can like 30 guilds. It's not retarded, they don't do that. When you count Ruby for 1, make them think it's an Emerald alt. Bonus 1, comic relief. We keep track of when everyone's offline, blah blah. Something something. I don't feel like reading, sorry. As you like this fact user, time to discover my true identity. The channel is probably in the next section. As of now, I seem to believe Foxxx is away. Find this account to the apparent obsession with me. It's oddly entertaining. However, despite their efforts, my true identity eludes them. I told you when. Can't be Foxxx. Foxxx is banned. I see you. Seriously. Here. Either way, consider the server to be on law. This will be screenshots which do not fit the other section of the post and cited the fairly detailed USB. Yes, get Nigbar banned. That's a nice one to remember. Because they did get me banned. How funny. But it wasn't what they thought they would get me banned for, at least. In my opinion. I'm guessing, really, that they thought they would get me banned for something else, but who knows. What they did get me banned for was completely bullshit, was when I criticized the admins pretty much directly to posts. And it was a bullshit ban to begin with. But I don't care. Fuck them. Fuck the admins. Holy shit. Yeah, like, the admins can literally kill themselves as far as I'm concerned. But you know. And that's the RCP V2 list I showed you earlier. So, final post. Thank God. I'm tired. So this is by Thrill Seeker. I am Foxxx, because the previous 2 posts we went over were by Foxxx. First of all, I would like to thank the former RCP for all the fun we had together. Secondly, I would like to express my contempt for the current RCP for turning into the exact kind of cabal it originally parodied. Yesterday, after my post as Foxxx, the RCP users were quick to kick me out of their joke server as they found out my identity. My post included a vast array of screenshots, such as the one shown in a recent mass siege operation. Oh yeah, can we just take a moment, remembering this in mind, that, Carp said this: let's analyze the pros and cons of this leak. You know, and like, no cons. And they kicked him out. I don't know, man, seems kind of suspicious, but whatever. It's as if Carp isn't being genuine. I mean, what am I talking about? Of course he's being satirical. Sorry, I'm overanalyzing. I, Foxxx, and Justice Murder 3383. Foxxx is I'm not saying that. Formerly known as Sissy Boy. Took my time on that server. They claim I was not kicked out, but this is not true at all. I soon left the applicable guild union server. Oh dang, they have their own server for that? Wow, that's cringe. Which spawned the RCP as well as the official Ruqqus server. I did not leave the RCP server of my own accord. This is the final screenshot I was able to get before kicked. Oh, sorry, I didn't even know this was a thing. That the apolitical guilds union server existed. Maybe there's more than this than I thought. You just said they spawned the RCP. Damn. Well, it's not like it matters, I guess. But damn, that's kind of interesting. I've limited down the leaker to a few people from the screenshot. This user is an operative. There's a select few people who are operatives. I do not think it's a CCAC, idiots, bongo, blah blah blah. There's 2 people that are operatives. Islam because she stays for the drama, and the other is Foxxx Boy. Therefore, Foxxx was the afflictor because Llama is not online. Actively posting, got right about it now. Despite their claims of a joke server, it appears their intentions are no longer innocent as I expected. Unfortunately, this means I will be unable to expose the cabal further. So do they intend to do exactly? I plan to fight back. This has happened before, and I will not let it happen again. I will top the RCP before they can make any route any further. Now I'll set up the anti-RCP. I guess technically I set that up, but I invited Foxxx, so it's the same thing. This will take place in Discord simulating the RCP, and its intention will be to undermine the efforts of the cabal taking form. The effectiveness of such a plan is unknown to me, but I would much rather have this than not have any action at all. If you'd like to join, reach out to me and we start this together. As I mentioned, blah blah blah. I do not enjoy watching helplessly as events like this unfold before me. I am certain many users think that of me as harmless, though. I will not let myself get walked over again, so I will take action now to prevent past events from repeating again and again. Laugh at me behind my back, like the disgusting creatures you are if it suits you. Okay. So, this last post, that I'm going to go over anyways. Let's get into the timeline I created, because might as well at this point. The purpose of this channel is to create a general timeline concerning the RCP and the information we know about them. So, it's going to be the last part of the video, or the rant, whatever. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I should be in bed. November 30th, 2020. The first post in the timeline. The start of the sign 321 drama on Ruqqus. Worth noting, the post has 140, negative 15. Compares differently to the second post. Emerald41, owner of the sign 321 account, includes herself in the screenshot, most likely to protect herself in the RCP since she was in the screenshot. We went over that post. Creation of the Showwall Guild in response to Sign 321's first post in the RCP drama. Showwall goes on to document a lot of the RCP drama, mostly documented by ad extract. December 2nd, 2020. Part 2 follow-up on the first Sign 321 post. Post currently has plus 11 to 18, suspiciously low downvote compared to the first. Speculation. It may just be more interested people they'll come to the second and shills don't check follow-up posts. However, I think this isn't the case. Personally, I think Emerald41 probably coordinated with the other users after the first post to not downvote the second one, since she likely told them her plan to bait at Milkit at that point. December 3rd, 2020. Ad extract makes a post about part 2 of the Sign 321 leak. December 13th, 2020. Oh, actually, I think I mixed these up. Yeah, December 9th. This is one I actually messed up in the timeline. Oops. December 9th, 2020. Forgot about this one. Put it out of order. Sign 321 or Emerald41 intentionally leaks the RCP Discord for people to get screenshots of. Interesting to say the least, but why would you do this willingly? Perhaps to offer credibility to her claims. All it actually did was give us more dirt and screenshots of the RCP. I don't know why they did that, or why Emerald did that. Maybe just for the lulz. December 13th, 2020. Oldest known dated screenshot of the original RCP Discord. Major gain for the RCP. Keck joins the server. That's the oldest screenshot I took, personally. December 15th, 2020. Milka takes the bait and pedo accusations fly without Milka. now set in place to look like a fool, Emerald41 goes on to make fun of him in a long post on December 17th, 2020. And Carpathian Florist says, I've actually spent the evening running work in progress reports and playing Cyberpunk. This was just commentary during some downtime. The person behind the sign account is a young girl, Lamau. All I've done was offer some equally ad-libbed, multitask, directional advice and spectate. I don't know what that's about, lol. December 16th, creation of the guild RCP, private guild, with the Chinese flag as a banner. I'd imagine it's the RCP members just on Ruqqus. December 17th, Emerald41 goes down to tell a long post of her version of the RCP drama. Yeah, that was very long and I'm not reading it. December 18, 2020. Creation of the Guild 50 Cent Army by me, Zigbar68. Originally for documenting CCP shells, but turned into mostly documenting RCP members. December 19, 2020. Creation of the Guild RCCP. Public guild, mostly focused on communist propaganda. December 20th, 2020. Creation of the RCP Leaks Discord. December 22nd, 2020. I officially take action against the original RCP Discord through a report claiming cyberbullying and harassment are going on. I think this fell through with Discord because they can't verify cross-platform abuse. But anyways, continuing on. This is the email I wrote to them. Hello, I'm acting as a whistleblower on a server called Ruqqus Corrective Project. That's main purpose is the ongoing targeted harassment of users on the platform Ruqqus. I would offer more substantial proof, but I can't see the main channels where I presume most of the harassment is taking place. I do have a screenshot saved of a different user sharing the channels in an image attached. I believe the users are in the server using it to coordinate targeted harassment and downvote brigade posts on Ruqqus. Please investigate this and tell me what you find if possible. Also, please update on any action you take. Thank you for your time. And this is the first part that I submitted. The second part was just a description. Moving on. December 23rd, 2020. Isaiah765, an RCP member, came into the server before it was officially public. Oops. I actually kind of leaked an invite to someone who I didn't completely trust. It was actually later confirmed to be in the RCP. Whoops. And I guess that just got leaked to Isaiah. Oopsies. I most likely leaked that I was filing a complaint to the CARP owner of the RCP server, and the RCP server in general. I think at this point, CARP deleted the mess server entirely and made a new one. Isaiah765 claims Discord admins deleted the Discord, but I have an email history that suggests otherwise. And this is the email history I showed you, just the bot replying. December 24th, 2020, RCP Leaks Discord officially made public on Ruqqus. December 25th, Merry Christmas, Hitler was right, and Forbidden Facts was sieged by RCP members, hijacking the guilds following Address Global's ban. However, this was rectified by the admins as it was changed to temp ban after the reconsideration of the admins what constitutes a main account, activity versus account age. On top of the admins giving the guilds back, Emerald41 is most likely going to be facing punishment for abusing the per user limit on sieging by using her alt account at Sapphire41. The mod logs saved us on this one on foul play, which he otherwise would have gotten away with had it not been for publicly logged. We're also getting siege reform on top of that because the situation of alts and such. Cool. About siege reform, that never actually happened. Or at least realistically ever happened. They didn't actually increase anything or reform anything. As far as that's concerned, all they did was put in the TOS, you can't siege if it's like a per user limit or something. Like, that's literally what they did. They just said, make sure you don't break sieging with per user limits. Because it was always a per user limit. And that's literally all they did as siege reform. Yeah, okay, fucking joke. Nothing actually happened, for the record. Another big happening. Emerald41 has been banned temporarily for circumventing the siege cooldown. Probably a ban of at least 7 days. It was 3. It was 3 days. It was fucking 3 days. Ridiculous. It seems like our strategy of getting RCP members on offenses other than harassment is working. What are you guys doing about it? What are you gonna do about RCP? You broke the TOS, now you're paying the price. It's not harassment to enforce the TOS, just saying. We can all be a lawyer. December 29, 2020. A lot of people today said the RCP died. I don't know if I believe them or not, but something big died today. A giant fell from a mountain, Lucifer from heaven, Carpathian Flores from Ruqqus. It was a 1 day ban. A 1 day fucking ban. I'm fucking dead inside. That hurts my soul. Today marks the day Carpathian Flores was banned from Ruqqus. Though maybe temporarily, words cannot describe how ecstatic I am. This is a lull for the ages. He was banned for spamming gay porn. I posted a different violation of TOS he committed. So when he's inevitably unbanned, I'm going to throw my post at him again and serve him under another ban from the admins. Funny thing about that, I got fucking banned for talking about how Carpathian Flora should be banned again. And of course the admins don't fucking do anything and they're hypocrites. And they'll say it's harassment, even though he harassed me in the first place. I'm not gonna go over it, but basically, also rip clan parent ban today. F. Oh, sad. I miss clan so much. He got banned on poll too. But I'm not gonna get into it much about the carp, but basically what you need to know is that carp literally just blocked me. No, I blocked carp. And then he block evaded. So fucking stupid. Awful. Carpathian Faggot gets banned, let's go. Okay, I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else to show you guys, so it's been a deep dive into the Ruqqus Corrective project. Hope you hated it. I'm done. See ya.